And welcome to another math lesson. Yesterday we spent time learning how to write the number 4 and 5, ordering it, counting upwards and backwards, as well as answering questions of how many. Today we're going to continue to focus on the number 4 and 5. However, we're going to find the hidden partners. Here we go. Our math thinking job is I can write numbers 1 to 5 in order and show different parts of 4 and 5. Thumbs up and repeat after me. I can write numbers 1 to 5 in order and show different parts of 4 and 5. So just like we did with 3, we're going to do with 4 and 5. So let's get started. Here we go. We are going to play a game called Mix and Fix. We have a group of cards in front of us from 1 to 5. So let's count our cards quick. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've counted upwards. We've counted from 1 to 5. I'm going to mix all of my cards up and turn them over so you see dots. Not numbers, but dots. We are going to turn these cards into the correct order because right now, if you look at these dots, I have 5, I have 2, I have 1, I have 4, and I have 3. Thumbs up, thumbs down if these are in the correct order to count upwards 1 to 5. Thumbs up, thumbs down. These dots are not in the right order, so we need to put them in the right order. I want you to think, and in a moment your teacher's going to pause the video, what number will come first? What number will come second? What number will come third, fourth, and fifth? What number will we start with? And what will come next? And then after that. All right, here we go. Did you say we're going to start with the number 1? You're right. We're counting upwards, so we're going to start with the number 1. I know this is the number 1 because there's 1 dot. So we learned about matching. I would match the number 1 with my 1 dot. What number comes next? Show with your fingers to the screen what number comes next. Are you holding up 2 fingers? You're right. We're going to put 2 next. I know this is 2 because it has 1, 2 dots, and we would match the number 2. What number comes next? Show the screen what number comes next. Are you showing the screen 3? You're right. 3 comes next. There are 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. What number comes next? Show the screen your fingers of how many dots should be on the next card. Are you showing 4? You're right. 4 comes after 3. What's the last number? 5. 5. We counted up with our dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now we're looking at our dots again, all mixed up. We want to count backwards. We just counted upwards starting with 1. We want to count backwards starting with 5. Your teacher's going to pause the video and review counting backwards from 5. When you come back, we're going to put these dots back in the right counting order. Okay, we know we're starting with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting backwards can be tricky, so we need to think what number would come next? What number would come next? Did you say 4? You're right. 4 comes next. Although we're counting backwards, I know when I count forwards or upwards, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know 4 comes before 5, so if I'm counting backwards, that means I need to think of the number that comes before. So 4 comes before 5. When I count backwards, I know 4 will come next. What comes next? 3. 1, 2, 3. And what comes next? 2. 1, 2. And what comes next? 1. Let's count backwards. 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. We just counted forward, upward, and backwards. Let's find out what we're doing next. We are going to use our cubes and put them in towers of 4 and 5 and break them apart. We're going to start with the number 4. Let me put 4 cubes up here. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to break this tower apart. So I'm going to break this tower of 4 into 2 towers. I have a tower of 2 and I have a tower of 2. Do I still have 4 cubes? Do I still have 4 cubes? Yeah. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 is the same as 2 and 2. Now let's look at some shapes. Let's look at some shapes. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 shapes. These are all different kinds of shapes, different color shapes. Can I break this group of shapes into 2 parts to find hidden partners in 4? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up. Even though they're different shapes and different colors, I can still find 2 parts of 4. So I've put 2 shapes over here and 2 shapes over here. Do I still have 4 shapes? I sure do. Just like the cubes, I was able to make 4 is the same as 2 and 2. Now that we were able to see we can break different colored shapes apart and find the hidden parts of 4, 2, and 2, let's write a number sentence to match our breaking apart our shapes. Your teacher might pause the video and practice writing this number sentence. Okay, I know I have 4 shapes, so I'm going to write 4. That tells me I have 4 altogether. This is the equal sign. We use this sign to show how many are all together. I have 2 on this side. That's one of my hidden partners. Going to put a plus sign. This sign helps me know that I'm putting things together. I'm adding them together. And I have 2 on this side, so I'm going to write 2. My number sentence says 4 equals 2 plus 2. Wow. I know I can make 4 by putting 2 objects and 2 objects together. Let's find out how else we can make 4. I've moved a shape over to this side. Do I still have 4 shapes? I sure do. Your teacher's going to pause the video and you're going to find the hidden partners of the number 4 with these shapes. Also, practice the number sentence that we would write. You probably said we still have 4 shapes. However, we have 3 shapes on this side and 1 shape on this side, which means 3 and 1 is 4. 4 is the same as 3 and 1. I wonder what our number sentence will look like. I know I have 4 shapes. I have 3 on this side Backward C, backward C. That's how I make the number 3. I'm going to use a plus sign to show that I'm putting them together, and I have one shape, so I'm going to write the number 1. Top to bottom, then you're done. You just wrote the number 1. So our number sentence now says 4 equals 3 plus 1. Wow, is that what you came up with? Great job. Now we're going to move to the number 5. We're going to go back to our cubes. We're going to go back to our cubes. Let's make a tower of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I want to break my tower apart. Your teacher's going to pause the video and you're going to talk about how did we break the tower of 5 apart? What are our 2 hidden partners? And what would the number sentence be when we write it? You probably said we still have 5 cubes. However, we have a tower of 3 and a tower of 2. So 3 and 2 is 5. 5 is the same as 3 and 2. I wonder what our number sentence is going to look like. I know I have 5 cubes all together. And I have 3 over here. I'm going to use my plus sign to show that I'm putting things together. And I have 2 over here. Our number sentence would say 5 equals 3 plus 2. Is that what you came up with? Great work. Now, let's go back to our shapes. Again, I have all different shapes, all colored shapes, but I know, because you guys helped me, we can break apart this group into 2 hidden partners of 4, 5. Let's do it. Your teacher's going to pause the video and you're going to talk about the hidden partners you see and think of the number sentence we'll write. You probably said we still have 5 shapes, and you're right. However, we have 1 shape over here and 4 shapes over here. That means 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is the same as 1 and 4. Let's see how we can write this number sentence. We've been starting with the whole, the all-together number first. I'm going to show you another way you're going to see number sentences. We're going to start with the parts. 1 is one of our parts, plus, because we're putting it together, and 4 is another part, equal 5, because that's how many I have all together. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Is that what you came up with? Great. Let's sort these shapes another way. We've exchanged our shapes for moons. In a moment, your teacher's going to pause the video. You're going to count how many polka dot moons there are and how many checkered moons there are and how many are all together. So finding the parts and the all together, which is the whole. Did you say there were 2 polka dot moons and 2 checkerboard moons? And there must be 1, 2, 3, 4 moons all together. Did your work look like this? Great job. All right, your teacher's going to pause the video. You're going to count how many smiley faces and how many sad faces and how many all together. Did you say there were 4 smiley faces and 1 sad face? If I put 1 and 4 and 1 together, that makes 5. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, I'm going to draw 3 red fish and 1 green fish. And then your teacher's going to pause the video and you're going to see how many fish there are in all and finish my word sentence of 3 fish and 1 fish make blank fish. 4 is the same as blank and blank. So draw 3 fish and 1 green fish. So here are my 3 red fish and 1 green fish. Your teacher's going to pause the video and find out how many fish are there and what we would fill in our word sentence, our hidden partners. Did you say there were 4 fish? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 fish and 1 fish make 4 fish. 4 is the same as 3 and 1. 1 and 3. Wow, we did so many things with 4 and 5 today. We were able to count. We were able to order them in upward and backwards, as well as break 4 and 5 apart, finding the hidden partners. Today, you're going to do the same work in your exit ticket. On the first page, you're going to color some squares red and some blue, and you're going to do it a different way each time, as well as count how many squares. Then you're going to draw more circles to make 4 and more X's to make 5. And then you get to draw your own happy faces and sad faces and count how many and find the hidden partners. You'll be using the pencil for this, and when you're all done, click the green check to submit your work. Bye, Kipsters.